Hello and welcome back, peeps.
Hello!
It is time to get rid of Leon.
I have a murder bear. I also have new hair.
It's time to get rid of Leon, and you get to do something about Leon.
Uh-huh. It'll be fun.
You said this door?
Yes, the big red door. It's like Bear in the big blue house.
You're late! We've been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Shut up. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can reveal all the details about... Alright, shut it. Shut it. There's the L and the E. Why are we stupid? I guess it does look like you're freeing the 7.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna murder Sayaka. Yeah, it's you. It's Leon.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Makoto's a little dumb. It'll be fine.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Okay. One moment.
One moment for what? Are you fetzing with the desktop's audios again?
Yeah, because I need to be... They need to be able to hear our darling bear.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Okay.
He's gonna be speaking.
You! What do you have to say for
You know what I
yourself?
mean.
Yeah, you did your job. Let's see what you...
Let's get started.
Got it!
You haven't decided 100% on the culprit yet? Okay, are we heading?
Probably. We're all just going to state the various
Well,
ways in which you're probably the problem.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
Yes! Because they all think I did it.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
You know, you could just tell everybody it wasn't me. Like, seriously?
No, that would be too easy.
Why are we this stupid?
Because you're the protagonist.
Well, I guess the game can't. The game protagonist, because it's in the game, can't actually say who the
Yes.
killer is.
Exactly.
It's a game,
Yeah.
so they have to be.
A little dumb.
They have to become.
They have to be a
Cutscene.
little dumb.
It's the CO box sending us that. What? This? How far down is this basement? Wonder if this how death row inmates feel when their time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defiant way to defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Elevator lowered us farther and farther into the Bowser School. How deep is this school?
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom?
I kind of like it. Good job.
It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
I kind of like it.
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. Arranged in a giant circle. You see everybody else. Means. First case opened. deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Curse you, Leon. A deadly riddle, deadly defense, a deadly fate. Leon, just admit it.
A deadly class trial.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
see, there's the
I
save.
keep accidentally
There's
hitting
the
button.
actual save.
Yep. Yeah, well.
Set skills.
Keep going.
At least she gave me this.
She did. That is the only one you have, is you have not befriended anyone else to gain their skills.
Well, I had to talk to her twice,
Yes.
and I'm...
Everyone else you have to talk to more than twice.
Yeah, I know. Open... Yeah, well... Let's go through my...
Your options
Yeah, so... File 1 is where she is.
and cause of death.
There was a struggle. Replica sword.
And its sheath.
Yeah. The sheath. Something scratched it. Switching rooms. The toolkit mine was not used.
But still.
My cleanliness in my room. So whoever did this cleaned my room.
Yep.
Her wrist. She used index finger, which basically means she used the blood from her hand.
Yes.
What would make her wrist glittery?
The sword. If she blocked a blow from the sword,
Ah!
it's gold even.
Dying message. You can literally see the connecting of the end.
Yeah, well.
Come on. My bathroom door frame. Only I know how to open it. Doorknob, which means somebody ruined the screws. I know how to open my own door.
Yes.
Nameplates was switched. Knife set.
The account of when the knives were taken.
Yep. Trash duty. The incinerator. Burnt piece of clothing. Trash crystal ball. Okay.
Don't worry, future ones will have them.
Okay. Shall we begin?
We shall.
How fast are these quick time events? Trail time!
Let's begin
It should
with
basically
a
be
basic
defending myself
explanation
against
of the
everybody.
class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who
the mouse is
done
what you
it,
need for
then
the
only they will receive
Pretty sure.
punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Well, Leon's not
And the
gonna...
killer really
get
is
away
one of
with it.
us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Wow.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
I'm pretty sure you need the mouse for the quick time event things.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Oh, that
There were
comment.
only 15
That'll
of
come
us
into play
to
later,
begin with, so
I'm sure.
why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay.
It does lead you through, because obviously this is still your tutorial trial, so.
Yep. I just have to string along the evidence. Should I hear more? Absolutely.
Probably. It is your tutorial.
Okay. Number of non-stop debates. Okay. Characters speak one after the other without pause. Due to any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. Okay.
That's why they're called truth bullets, because you're shooting them down.
They're like targets. The truth bullets to refute what they say.
Exactly.
Oh, these are quick time events.
Yep.
Oh, so they will pick like 6 events.
Use the mouse to aim and fire with the mouse button.
Gather statements and use the true bullets to blast the right ones. You will automatically fail, so be careful. I'm bad at these games. Well, I should be fine.
Good luck and have fun.
Who's first? Who's the first person I have to shoot to be mad?
So your only bullet is evidence of a strike.
I assert that the one who was murdered
Also,
was
you
Miss
can only shoot
Sayaka Maizono.
yellow text. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we know that part already.
But
And the
I'm not
murder
100%
took place in Makoto's room.
Yep.
In the bathroom.
Yep.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a
Nope,
chance
you have to
resist.
shoot yellow text.
Okay.
I was correct. You can only shoot yellow text. I did remember correctly.
So I have, it's a 10-minute trial, right? I have 10 minutes to get through everything.
I think that's how much you have for, because I'm pretty sure it's I'm not 100% on that one. I think that's just the amount of time that has elapsed in-game.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Okay,
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a
I can
struggle.
probably get this. I can probably do this trial very easily.
Well, they're also going to obviously start
Struggle?
including more than one
Between
set
who
of yellow
and
text.
who?
Yeah, but I can.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of
And
course.
you're going to start getting more than one truthful.
Well, yeah, I'm
you
gonna have to
saying
cycle through text.
Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom
My
to
voice
try
filler
and
is not
hide.
that much. Is not that incorrect.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
It's a knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Oh, really? Make your argument. What did I got?
You have the kitchen knife set.
So, okay, great.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
No shit.
No shit.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder,
we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
I've always for her.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
You killed her. That's where it gets us.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
But she knows it wasn't me.
Well, we can talk all we want.
doesn't
It's
wanna
not
die.
going to change that conclusion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Yeah.
You
Also,
really
that,
believe that?
timer that's at the top when you enter QuickTime is the amount you have for that specific QuickTime event.
9 minutes.
That's the amount of time that you have to repeat yourself if you have to keep repeating the
Oh,
argument.
that's fine. I think control is speed up.
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Absolutely.
You can concentrate by holding down the space key.
Okay, what does that do for me?
While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to whatever.
Control speeds up. Space slows down.
On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots.
Okay. Well, then we can do this.
Concentrating on this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate.
Fair enough.
But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush.
Thank you, narrator.
Well then, good luck and have fun.
Thank you. What's my next bullet? Okay.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody...
Oh, it's
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Looks we don't have voice act any of this.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Tina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, all the knives was gone.
You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
That's a
No,
fair
he definitely
point.
wasn't there.
Thank you for
The
correcting.
knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Despair.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So there's no point.
Exactly.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
I mean, yeah, but we are just finding
But
that out.
What if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Fair enough.
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did,
Anyway,
buddy.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did
Good, we're
take
off
the
of me
knife?
being the killer.
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I
Sakura
hate to
and
have
Hina
to
are,
ask,
like,
but
best
just to be
friends.
sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Yeah.
Right.
But then,
Leon,
couldn't either one
just
of them
admit
have
it.
grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
Well,
well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
no.
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Which is where my next
So-
argument will come in.
I don't think that's a problem.
Then we switched rooms.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
They're both
unwholesome.
female.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
If it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Is it Leon?
This is why I love Byakuya.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
It's a Aka.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
She got her own knife.
And then later, she wound up dead.
She grabbed her own knife.
It was Sayaka.
I got it!
Saya grabbed her own
Then
knife.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind
So
of
she
unusual.
did leave my room.
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted
Well,
a
I'm
drink
pretty sure
of
this
water.
is an easy game, so.
But most likely,
I shouldn't have any
Person
trouble.
who took the knife was the victim
Literally.
herself.
Well, I shouldn't have
sure-
really much trouble with the game
I'm
because
sure she just took
if
it
I have
for
like 10 minutes for each
self-defense.
time,
Yeah.
I
So
should
you're
I'll be
saying the
fine.
knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Yes. We're back to me.
See?
I think this all
did do it
circles back.
after
Every
all.
argument will circle back into I
No,
killed her.
you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? Hmm. You possess a most terrifying talent.
And this one, the next one is we switched rooms. So I didn't
Hold
have
on. It's still too early to decide
think that's once I
conclusively that
switched rooms, so I
Makoto is
didn't
the
have the key
killer,
to my own room.
wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Oh, do I have to point out that I know it's open my own
Bewildering?
door?
What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Don't you?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, but what will take place?
The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known.
Oh, ringing it. Okay.
Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order.
It's a mini game.
Use the mouse to aim and the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters.
Okay.
You shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge.
Thank you.
If this gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail.
Okay, at least they're gonna lead me.
Well then, good luck and have fun.
But what is it? Okay, what do we got? Hair.
You have to hit one of the A's.
I did hit the A.
Apparently you did not. It didn't show up. Is it doing dumb? Oh, you have to hit it until it explodes. When it's... You have to hit it. There we go.
There.
You have to shoot it until it pops.
Now I understand.
Okay, thank you. There.
You can't
That's
just
right.
hit it once. That
There
makes
wasn't
sense.
a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Then why
That
would I
makes
leave
sense,
her
does it not?
in the bathroom?
She was in the room, though.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true.
Are you gonna be
very
annoying like this
true.
whole trial?
Okay,
Yes.
then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Lint roller.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
We're gonna circle back to me being the killer again. I know this.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No, you can't.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
My lock was broken.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
This is another one of the shooting games. Okay. Let's do better this time.
Nope, you just have to choose the thing that the killer broke.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Thank you, Leon, for proving well that
You
you're
still
the
don't
doer.
see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
More!
Absolutely.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up.
Okay.
But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in each debate.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false.
That's fine.
Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust gauge with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions.
Okay.
Well then, good luck and have fun.
Okay, what's my bullets now?
I think they're still only going to give you 1.
My bathroom door frame, great. I just have to go.
I think you don't get 2 until later in the debate.
They're gonna say
the
something.
incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yep.
Then the killer ran after her.
Yep.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yep.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Yep.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
There's the wrong thing.
Thank you,
No,
Leon.
it's wrong.
Boys' raffles don't lock.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
It sticks.
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky
Thank you for
student,
helping me.
right? But to have such a
That's the
cruddy
one thing
door...
Monokuma has going for him, is that he
That's
will
not
tell the
lucky
truth.
at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Yes.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Switched.
Yep.
Those our lines were switched.
The crime took place in your room. They didn't know that it took place in your room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
At least we're past I was the
ultimately,
killer.
we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
They use tools.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they
He's just
switched
like,
rooms?
fine. I refuse to acknowledge that
Then
you're
Makoto
correct and this
couldn't
is the
have done
closest
it.
you're getting.
Oh, really? That's what I've been trying to tell you!
Okay, then who did do it?
Leon.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Wow.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No.
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to
Well,
do
to be
something.
fair, Leon should be
for serious.
fine with the vote.
Does no one
I don't think
have
anybody's
any
voting him
other
out.
thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Oh.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so,
The question?
well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes.
That's
How
a good question.
did the killer get inside?
My key's on the
Maybe
floor.
Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
Leon.
don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
The lock's
Negative.
unpickable.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
She had to open
Fine.
the door.
How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
I'll be happy when you die.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Don't open the door.
Probably the switching rooms.
It's gonna be switching rooms.
That's what I said.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
You took the knife.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on
Did she
detective
convince
shows.
Leon to kill her?
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
It's Sayaka's actual
When I
killer
saw that, I
herself.
was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
I feel like her actual killer is herself.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly
still murdering
useful
Leon.
sometimes.
Yes.
He still did it.
And I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Probably better in Japanese.
Probably.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure
And
anyone
that's why I
even
said
got
the one
this
guy
note?
that was in the
And honestly,
Hive Swap
even if they
space
did,
took him.
I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
No.
Very
Maybe.
well then. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Make your argument. Door nameplates. Okay. It's nameplate
Sayaka and
related.
Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yep.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
It's probably that one.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yep.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Is that one? Nope. I think I got it correct in the first
Sayaka
time.
and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
And we just didn't hit
But
it
in the
on time.
note, the place they were asked to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that
I was right the first time.
We just didn't hit it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I lost one heart, but I get it back on the next argument.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Someone's angry.
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Yeah, I'm gonna deny it.
Right. Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka.
Also, you don't get the heart back. That's why you're down to 4 hearts still.
I got it!
You get
Me
the
and
heart back
Sayaka
as
were
you.
the only ones
You
who
get
ever
the heart
knew
back
about
as
us
you
switching
answer more
rooms.
questions correct, but you don't get it back
So
automatically.
the only
is what
other
it's saying.
person
Well, I'm
besides
obviously
me
gonna
who would
give all the
even
right
know to
answers.
switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
Why
To
are your
understand
hands so
that,
small?
We first need
Wait.
to understand what happened
Was that a
after
sword?
she invited the person
Why does she
into
have
the
such
room.
small hands?
Aoi has small hands.
But she's a
That's
swimmer.
where the answer
Yeah, but
lies.
why does she have small hands?
She's a big hand. She's a
What
swimmer.
happened then
She has
was
very small hands.
probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
No shit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was
Ooh,
that
yes.
perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
But how the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The glitter.
The gold dust on her hand. On her wrist.
Okay.
No, you have to go down the road.
Right there.
Probably.
I got it! All you have to do
Duh.
is take a good
How do I know
look
it
at her
broke her
broken
wrist? I said
wrist,
to go to her wrist.
and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
He used it as a baseball bat.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Is it?
No, we have so much more evidence to go.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Are you getting used to these non-stop debates?
Yeah.
Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder.
Great.
But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement.
I'm pretty sure I have to read the full statement and then choose my bullet.
In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge.
Luckily, I have...
You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire.
I'm probably just gonna read the statement first and then choose my bullet.
Press and release the Q key to recycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel.
I'm gonna use the mouse wheel.
By the way, if the logic difficulty was set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the
Did I
cylinder.
choose kind or normal?
You chose normal.
Ah.
For the purposes of this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Wow. Well, I mean, they're gonna make an easy argument. Okay.
But since we're set to normal, we have the same number we would have anyways.
When the fighting broke out,
I'm just gonna read through everything first.
the culprit grabbed the sword,
Well, end this one.
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Uh-huh.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
I believe it's that one.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her
and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay, we're gonna go for that.
I think it's the first one.
When the fighting broke out,
Yeah. So
the
basic
culprit
attack.
grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's probably the BI technique.
Actually, no.
The trials.
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
To use the knife against the first sheet.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
You're not so brave.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
He's allowed to be a big dumb idiot.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
No, you'll not use it as a baseball bat first.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the
Did
sword.
Sayaka try to murder first?
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack
Sayaka was going to be
from
the
the
first
knife.
murderer, wasn't she?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No.
No.
Sayaka attacked first.
So she
Sayaka's
grabbed the sword
hands
to
did not
defend
have glitter
herself.
on them.
But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her hands don't have clear.
Her hands don't have glitter.
Is this another shooter?
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
We just had this discussion.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off.
I think they
All
have
you
to
have
be
to
done.
do is touch it.
Yeah.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would she do that?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
My answer is what? The water's off
The
after.
water's off at night.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
That's right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Ew.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
She attacked first.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Yeah.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
She did.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
She was really the first murderer.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
And blame it on me.
She took the knife from the kitchen.
She was gonna blame
then
me,
invited the
wasn't she?
culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that
Did
she
she
had
manipulate
the
me the whole
kitchen knife
time?
and attacked without provocation,
Dare?
Indeed. These are all
I feel
the
bad for Leon.
actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Yes.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of
really
her
good
room,
writing.
that would implicate Makoto.
I really do
But
like the
for
writing.
that to work, the target had to
Toil
be
with
lured
ins-
out while still keeping
Toiling
the
with
room
my
swap a
emotions.
secret.
How dare.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
No.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable
Was
kid.
she tricking us the whole
or
time?
a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were
She gives
suddenly
me
turned on
slight
her,
Widowmaker
and she died
vibes
at the
with her
hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Now
Just hold on.
now the bigger
That
question
can't
is
be
why
true.
didn't Leon just immediately leave?
Because...
Hey!
Why did he want to
You guys
murder?
have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Does she help us in every single murder investigation?
Yes. She is actually the one that you should be friending.
Who's next for Truth Bullet? Dying message? Oh, okay. That's easy.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
That was easy.
It's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Leon should
written
know
in her
anything
own
backwards
blood.
spell.
There must be a
Well,
clue about
backwards
the
and
killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Blood of index.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Okay,
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro.
Everyone's a little
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Do I eventually figure this out?
No, that's
By
not...
brainstorming.
Yes,
Hey,
I'm
it's
a
backwards
programmer,
upside
but
down.
I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
I mean, you already know who already
course.
figured it out.
It's because they're not numbers.
Okay, she's deleted.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
Well, I mean, the two people
No,
I do
it's
Emily
just-
befriend is her
Look at the
and
numbers,
programmer.
assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
You showed her this pretty quickly.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? It makes Leon.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Leon.
Select someone.
Where are you? There you are.